that jiu-jitsu is for everybody. If your goal is just to do jiu-jitsu as a hobby, your school should be a hobby place to train. If your goal is to compete, they should have the competition class. This school where you train doesn't match at all how my school is, just putting perspectives here, because I'm a big believer that jiu-jitsu is for everybody and it doesn't matter if you want to compete or if you don't want to compete. Okay guys, today I have a very interesting question and story here from a user that he asked to remain anonymous. The challenge that he's facing is, he's a blue belt 2 stripes, he's doing jiu-jitsu for more than 7 years, so he started 7 years ago. He trains he lives in a very small town that there is only one jiu-jitsu school, and that's where he trains. And the nearest jiu-jitsu school from that it's 2 hours away, and his work schedule doesn't allow him to go to this other place. So he has to train where he trains. And he absolutely loves jiu-jitsu. It feels like almost like a therapy for him. You know, like when he trains for 1 hour, 1 hour and a half, he feels much better later. But the challenge that he's facing is that on his school, his instructor only favors the students that compete. And the ones that doesn't compete, which is his case, because he did compete once, but he quickly realized that was not his thing. And then his instructor kind of bullies him. Like he even mentioned here that sometimes his instructor calls him like idiot, piece of shit, and things like that. And then the instructor just kind of like smile afterwards and pretend that nothing happened, that kind of stuff. But he doesn't feel good, you know, like the instructor only favors the students that compete. And many times, even when he's training for white belts, the instructor goes really hard on him and say like, hey, you should be handling this white belt and that kind of stuff, you know, like. So he doesn't know what he does, because he's just like a blue belt 2 stripes, even though he's training for 7 years. And the only place that he can train jiu-jitsu in this town, it's this school, because there's no other place whatsoever, you know, like. And that's where he lives, and the other school is 2 hours away. So he's asking me here, what should I do? And how to know if I'm worth of my blue belt? Because sometimes he doesn't even feel that he's worth his blue belt. So first of all I'm gonna say here is that I feel so sorry that this is happening to you. I feel sorry for jiu-jitsu, to be honest, because I feel sorry that this still happens in jiu-jitsu. I tell this all the time to my students and my school that we definitely encourage anyone who wants to compete, but we don't force anybody to compete. Because I'm a big believer that jiu-jitsu is for everybody and it doesn't matter if you want to compete or if you don't want to compete. In reality, the jiu-jitsu school should be meeting your goals. So if your goal is to lose weight, this school should be a good school for you to lose weight, and the classes should be good to lose weight. If your goal is to learn self-defense, this school should have some self-defense moves implemented to jiu-jitsu. If your goal is just to do jiu-jitsu as a hobby, your school should be a hobby place to train. If your goal is to compete, they should have the competition class, or that they should at least make that class like a good class for everybody to train and compete. And just to give you an idea, for example, our school here in Bedford, Massachusetts, the goal here is quality jiu-jitsu on a fun, safe, and family environment. For example, this school where you train doesn't match at all how my school is, just putting perspectives here. First of all, if you're training jiu-jitsu for 7 years, I can almost bet that you are worth your blue belt. And on every belt, there are, for example, on black belt, there are black belts and black belts, but everybody's black belt. On blue belt, there are blue belt and blue belts. So for example, there are blue belts that are like 19 years old, world champions, and that, it's one level. But if you're doing jiu-jitsu for 7 years, I'm a big believer that you might be worth your belt, and please stop listening to your coach. I don't feel he's a good coach, and I'm keeping everything anonymous here, so I think I can probably say that. But I wouldn't be doing what he's doing, or don't have your school as a commercial school, just as a competition school. But even though I don't think bullying the students is the way to do it with anybody, so I feel really sorry here. Honestly, if I was on your shoes, and I don't want to create any polemic or anything like that, but I would probably still train there a little more. And by the time you were purple belt or something, I would be thinking about teaching maybe and start creating your own group. And maybe you go to this place that's 2 hours away every week. And maybe you don't even need to wait until you get the purple belt. You can do it right now as a blue belt, but I would consider start teaching jiu-jitsu even though you're a blue belt. Sounds like there's only one place to train this style. I think you can probably start teaching, and you will get some students if you treat them well. And then little by little, you start creating your own like school maybe. But I mean, like, I don't think you should be training in a place where the instructor calls you idiot and all that type of stuff. So I think if I was on your shoes, I would either train a little more and wait until you get a purple belt, but there's a chance it might never happen. Like, you're training for 7 years and you're still blue belt. So I would consider maybe you start teaching somewhere and then you can still train. You can affiliate to this person who's 2 hours away from you or any other person. Little by little, start creating your group. And you don't need to go through this humiliation that you're going. And one favor that I would ask you is, like, don't stop jiu-jitsu. You know, like, don't quit jiu-jitsu. I think jiu-jitsu is such a beautiful thing, and I feel really, really sorry that you are going through this. Don't quit jiu-jitsu, because jiu-jitsu doesn't deserve to lose you. You know, like, this amazing community that we have doesn't deserve to lose you, you know. Like, I think that's what I would do, and I'm being fully honest here. Just summarizing again, on your shoes, I would either start teaching right away, maybe on your garage, maybe somewhere, you know, like on a karate gym, or if you don't want to start a school, teaching like 2 or 3 times per week. I would start driving 2 hours to that school that you mentioned, maybe every 2 weeks, or maybe I would try to affiliate with someone, you know, like, and then visit that place once a month, once a quarter, do wherever you can. And but again, I don't feel you deserve to train on a place where the instructor calls you stupid and things like that, you know. Like, well, this is just like my way of thinking, and I appreciate you sharing this story. Everything here is fully anonymous, so nobody's gonna have any idea who you're talking about, so I feel very safe. And this is what I would do. So I hope that helps you, and I hope you enjoyed the video. And guys, if you're watching this video and if you are in the Masters Division in Jiu-Jitsu, if you're either over 30, over 35, or over 40, I have a series called Jiu-Jitsu for Old Guys at BJJ Fanatics. It's my best-selling series, so make sure to check that out. All my games focus on for old guys, because I'm always passing from the knees, and they play halfway when I'm born, which is a really good game for the older people. So make sure to check that out, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I see you in the next one. Os. Please help me out to grow my YouTube channel. Just click subscribe. And to watch more videos, just click under see more videos. I hope you enjoyed.
BJJFanatics.com. Use the promo code YouTubeFaria to get 10% off any instructional video. Improve your jiu-jitsu faster.